Today, we'll be looking at how scientists gene hack cotton plants to make them every color of the rainbow. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is Mr. Singularity, where we explore the illuminating scientific and technological breakthroughs shaping the future as we know it. Imagine this, you're driving through a cotton country. The sun is up, the top is down. It's a lovely, absolutely average day. Only what was once a sea of white puffballs turned into a multi-hued swirl. The lines are deep black, light pink, midnight blue. Both the shades of the rainbow and the drawer of your t-shirt, as it happens. You will have done better today to check the temperature, but in the future, vivid cotton may be the norm. Australian scientists are having early success in genetically engineering the grain to make it multicolored. And while color is their new effort, they're still trying to create synthetic, stretchy cotton. The team hopes that their new cotton plants will soon be commonly cultivated and made into fabric, helping to displace the harmful colors in manufactured fabrics used by the apparel industry. And this is a noble cause. The numbers are hard to pin down precisely, but there's no question that the way we produce clothes may be more environmentally friendly. In textile production, which also happens in developed countries, such hazardous coloring can cause health issues for workers and cause more damage than chemical runoff. Often, the lifespan of clothes isn't as long as it was. While certain products are likely to see a second life by the means of a thrift shop, it all inevitably finds its way to a landfill, where plastic fabrics, like many garments, can take years to melt down. Then the Holy Grail? Non-toxic, compostable clothes. And although it's still early, the techniques of synthetic biology and genetic engineering may prove to be a large part of the solution. It's not as novel as you may imagine. To be completely plain, cotton does not only expand in one color. This was surprising to me, but maybe it's up to you too. Certain types, dating back decades, are naturally dark chocolate, medium brown, and even mauve, traditionally used in hand-woven textiles. But with the Industrial Revolution, naturally pigmented cotton gave way to white cotton because it had longer, better quality fibers, and you could dye any color cheaply, and it did not require expensive machinery or harvesting methods. In the 1980s and 1990s, as people became more environmentally aware, naturally pigmented cotton was resurrected. You could make clothing out of it without dyeing, and the vendors were mostly local organic producers. Research has also been undertaken to make it ideal for commercial looms. For example, Sally Fox has produced varieties of longer fibers in a variety of colors. However, naturally colored cotton is usually more costly to manufacture. The color variety is reduced and the consistency of the fabric is poorer than white cotton. Back in 1993, people were dreaming about applying colored genes to cotton. Two pharmaceutical firms, Agricitas and Calgene, were trying to splice into genes from the indigo plant to make blue jeans cotton. Of course it will work. Give a scientist enough time and money and he can do anything. Of course, 27 years later, we're all dying of genes. But maybe the time has come. As for all aspects in the field of biology, the devil is in the specifics, but our methods for exploiting nature have also progressed in the last few decades. A variety of small, brightly colored buds of cotton fabric are sitting in a few hundred petri dishes in the Canberra greenhouse. Check out images here. In one dish, the cotton is red raspberry. In the other, it is yellow like a peach. The tissue that carries colored genes, spliced in by scientists at the Australian Science Research Agency, CSIRO, is just the first move, but it is a positive one. The team, headed by senior research scientist Colleen Macmillan, will coax the tissues into full-grown cotton plants in the next few months. If everything goes to schedule, the cotton fibers can be as vibrant as the petri dish tissue. The team points out that the color splotches on the leaves of tobacco plants bearing cotton genes are likely to be proof they can take. If the leaves of the cotton plants are equally colored, the cotton fabric would be the same. We've seen some really beautiful bright yellows, sort of golden orange colors, through some really deep purple. The team is still focusing on black cotton, which will be a big achievement. Black colors are notoriously the most infamous, most poisonous of the bunch, and the fewer you dye, the better. While preferred for speed and consistency, synthetic dyes can contain formaldehyde and heavy metals that stain the skin and cause cancer. The early 90s fantasy of making blue denim jeans? It's just as important today. In the Chinese province of Xinjiang, where 300 million pairs of jeans are dyed per year, a gallon of poisonous runoff runs into rivers. In addition to their work in multicolored cotton, the team has a long-term initiative to manufacture synthetic cotton. Synthetics such as polyester and nylon find their way through the atmosphere from laundry machines, which strip and flush microfibers from the fabric and, of course, line landfills. The team is sampling thousands of plants looking for proteins with just the right characteristics: stretchy, wrinkle-free, and maybe even waterproof. We're looking at the structure of the cotton cell walls and using the latest tools in synthetic biology to develop the next generation of cotton fiber. We have a whole bunch of different cotton plants growing, some of them with very long, thin fibers, others like the one we call Sean the sheep, with short, woolly fibers. It remains to be seen if this next generation cotton will keep up with fashion's insatiable appetite for new shades, though black is never out of style. If it will grow as much as a regular cotton plant, and whether it would cost farmers. First, though, this team, or every other team, would need to show that they can cultivate the stuff and produce seeds on a scale. But if it succeeds, you, or someone you know, could one day rock a pair of totally compostable bright purple yoga pants made of gene-hacked cotton. What's your take on this? Let me know down in the comments below and check out one of these other videos. This has been Mr. Singularity, and I'll see you on the next one.